continuing on from Lauren's mock test last lesson, and we're going to look to work on the areas for improvement. Lauren failed her first mock test. If you want to watch that mock test, the link for that test will be in the description below this video. We're going to look at the test area. So we're going to start our test area training. We're going to familiarise Lauren with the test area and everything and all the little quirky bits that are involved around there. So before we jump straight into the video, if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel for weekly related content and hit the bell icon for instant notifications of every upload as soon as I release it. Let's get to it. Chap on this truck. Just slow down a bit in case he does. Basically is what I was trying to get at. Or one of his mates could come through and the tree branch could be hanging out 2 foot in front of him and he turns and then it's hanging out the road, you know, I'm trying to anticipate that. Which mirrors for turning right? Awesome, right. Why would you need to check centre mirror and right mirror for the new road?
To know what's behind.
Good stuff.
See if anyone's overtaking.
And what would you do differently if that was the case?
Just not speed up.
Okay. So I'll keep working with you like sort of this kind of thing today, just to really stamp that in. So what are you expecting from the lights and what would that require from your mirrors? Okay, good. Turning left, please. Awesome. And in terms of gear matching, definitely the correct one, eh?
Yep.
Is it when you're slowing down sometimes the traffic starts moving again in front of you and things like that more?
Yeah.
Time we pass the solid white line on the floor, the green light had probably been on, what do you reckon, how many seconds do you reckon? Sorry?
1.
I reckon a good 2, maybe nearly 3. So what do you anticipate down here? What would that mean from your mirrors?
Expecting lights to change.
Good stuff. Now,
People stopping.
awesome. So if these traffic starts moving here, we've got a choice, haven't we, first or second, really? So I say, generally, like walking pace would be first, jogging pace you'd select second, generally speaking. Do you remember what we said about amber before? When you see an amber light, so it goes from red, solid red to solid amber, they're on. Next thing that's going to come on is green, so we've got solid red, solid amber. What should we be doing on the amber?
Going if it's clear.
We should certainly be setting the revs, starting to release the hammer, yeah, maybe the tyres could start moving, and we don't pass that solid white line before it's green.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we just... And why is that going to be beneficial that we start to do that? Simple answer, but I just want you to think about it. slow down, which would cause all of them to start braking.
Yeah.
So we're heading over towards the test area now. You're aware where? Yeah, because we started from there for the mock, didn't we? Last time. Again, if you've missed Lauren's mock test, then the link for it will be in the description below this video. Just start easing off a bit there, checking the middle mirror. They're all really close. That one looks, yeah, like it's about to put its right signal on. So start to anticipate that. What colour are the lights near that dustbin lorry, the pedestrian crossings?
Red.
So what's that going to prompt from you? Well done. And what can you tell me about that car behind?
That it's like a good distance behind.
Yeah. Responding well to the traffic. They're good planning well as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're not leaving it till last second to start braking. So we're going to turn right at the roundabout. Which two mirrors will that prompt from you before we slow up position? Well done. It's third exit, Lauren. I'm going to focus on staying in that right-hand lane, less into spiral. So what signal? Checking the left door mirror there. Is that worth?
Maybe not.
Which one? From a common sense point of view, which one's valuable there?
The middle.
We're going to take for Alveston. What number exit is Alveston?
Second.
Yeah. Take the second exit. Start slowing early on this roundabout. Get in gear sooner. Keep your eye on this lane. Nice one. Two lanes here, so keep your eye on that curb because the white paint over here is just kind of non-existent and a lot of people stray wide there. Now you might be finishing your test coming back this way. So we'll go over what you would do if you were. So could you change lanes one to the right, please? Then we're going to turn left, turn right, second exit from this lane for test centre. So you're staying in this lane, you must signal.
Signal.
That's it. That's it. Start slowing, slowing, slowing. We're going to go on the inside of that marker. The lights might be on green. Pop a left signal on if they are and continue. They are. Keep going there at that point. No hesitations when you're already past. You'll get rear-ended and you'll be blocking them.
Yeah.
Okay. Just pulling in behind this one. What do we need to know about the back end? We don't want to get rear-ended. Centre mirror, right mirror. So incorporating, you know, when you're thinking hard about stuff, you know, coming in here, you want to make sure you're not going to hit the curb, thinking about that. Think about around you as well, because that's a bit like what we were saying last time. If somebody appears behind, maybe we could give a signal if it appears. If a cyclist could appear out of nowhere, or you know, anything like that really. Did all that make sense what we did there, where we turned right, second exit?
Yeah.
Why is it so important that you signal, do you think?
Because that lane, you can either go straight on or turn right.
Exactly. So, there's another lane next to you, isn't there? And they could try and cut you up and go straight on for Elverston still. So
Yeah.
you definitely want to tell them. You're turning in on them, really, aren't you, if they try and do that, which would be very, you know, wouldn't end well. So, the mirror thing. What's the best way to go about that now with you? I've sort of warmed you back into it a bit, what we're expecting, the straight line things, anticipating lights changing. Which one's most important to be reminding you about, do you feel? Because we've got a lot to go over here and we've got to prioritise what I'm saying, or else some of it's going to be meaningless, isn't it?
Yeah. I think I'm okay with like changing lanes
Yeah.
and at junctions. I think I'm okay.
Right. So general anticipation mirrors, slowing
Yeah.
down, straight line stuff, alright, that's what we'll do then. So if it's approaching a roundabout, consider it the same. Approaching lights, same. Slow moving traffic, same, yeah? So that's the only time I'll mention that, unless I see you miss any and I'll let you know, yeah?
Yeah.
If you miss it and you know you've missed it, let me know that you know, because that's still progress, really. It's one step closer to sorting it out yourself. Oh yeah, that's fine, that's fine. So here we are, test centre. I don't think that we sort of went over anything last week. We just got straight into the mock, didn't we? Have you seen any of this stuff on my YouTube channel before regarding the Derby Test Centre?
Yeah.
You have. So what can you tell me about over there? Because you start your test on this road, don't you? You come out and you're going to turn left, right. Two lefts or right.
I'm not sure.
Basically, you've got left, which is round where the van's going now with a tipper on the back, and that council van. But you've also got left towards the A6 over the flyover.
Yeah.
Do you see all the different signs that depict those different ways?
Yeah.
Now, if you turn left, and if they ask you to turn left, they mean left. You're not a mind reader, and they know you're not. So they won't. If they want you to go over, they will specify A6 or East Midlands Airport. What you see is all on the signs, is all the information out, or up and over. So what you do when you get to that junction at the end there, you kind of straighten up, you drive straight, and then you'd land in lane 3.
Okay.
Oh, that's a shame, isn't it? That's really annoying. Shall we have a look at turning right first, shall we?
Yeah.
There's a few little bits and bobs involved in that, and I'll share that with you unless you already know, in which case tell me if you've watched the video, because I'm aware that these clips are on YouTube.
Yeah.
Playlist for the Derby driving test area is in the description below, so if you're interested in watching that, then check that out. Right, Lauren, when you're ready.
So I do like a U-turn.
Yeah, that's it. Same as last time, kind of get to the lines, have a look, make sure you're ready. Nice and smooth across there. What lane are you going to land in for turning right?
The right.
That's it. Straight in there. Remember as well as we get towards that the entry isn't like controlled. If it's clear, we can keep going. Okay?
Yeah. Should I signal?
I think it's wise here, yeah. As you're edging, if you feel it's putting somebody off coming into the road, cancel it, because we're not going to play in front of them, are they?
No.
But if not, just leave it on, don't worry too much. So yeah, no lights here, and it's clear, would you agree? So if you went second now, looking at them cars there, have you got time still? No. Fine. So we're going to signal right, first gear. Yeah, so just preparing with all that on approach. Let's go before these come, if you can. That's it. But you have got lights here, haven't you? And there's your solid line, yeah? Now, if these lights changed as you were passing, would you try and stop? I didn't address that as we come in earlier.
No.
Definitely not. And we've already passed first exit, would you agree?
Yeah.
That's first. Second is?
Straight.
It's down there, yeah?
Yeah.
So as you come round, Lauren, if you aim for that post with the fluorescent markers there, can you see it?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I thought it was going to come this way then. I was going to say, whoa. Yeah, he's just getting himself out of the way, so his back end isn't obstructing these guys, can you see? So actually it was a good bit of thinking really from him. So yeah, we're kind of straighten out as we go forward. Make sure you're prepared, Lauren, with your feet, because we want to be gone on amber, remember? We don't want to be green, then move, then finding bite, because we'll hold any traffic up behind. Is there anything behind?
No.
Alright then. Okay. Kind of straighten up and let yourself land in the left-hand lane, accelerating as you come across second gear. That's it. So left lane for normal driving, isn't it? So if we get the opportunity to, we will land in the left-hand lane. Okay, so this could be just starting your driving test, this one. And this is one of the ways that you may come. At the roundabout, we're going to be going ahead. What mirror will that be, really? Hold on. So you're in forward nice and early. It's ahead. Be aware traffic could come across you for the Texaco garage though, like this.
Yeah.
So if you were looking right, you could drive straight into his trailer.
So.
First gear.
Is it that?
Straight ahead.
Would I signal?
Signal to exit.
Okay.
Because otherwise we're telling people we're turning into Texaco here and we're not, are we? That's it. Signal might, could benefit them over there or any pedestrians around. Anything behind us?
No.
Good. First gear. So we clutch down, restart, no braking. Don't need to touch the brakes whatsoever. Because you want your right foot on the gas, don't you? Ready for clutch down, restart, revs on, gone.
Yeah.
Don't even think about it, even make a fuss of it. Bang that clutch down, no braking needed. We're going to go ahead at the roundabout, it's second exit. That's it, so this left. Nice one. Good, remembered your gear. Are we going to be ready? Set up first, then consider whether you need the handbrake, or else you'll be wasting opportunities probably. Revs on, more revs. That doesn't mean we're going though, but it means that we're extra ready to go and probably more likely to when there's a proper chance.
Yeah.
Or opportunity rather. Well done. That's it.
How do I turn
I think you just caught this right stick, it's on the right there, so just press that down gently. Should be fine. So, what have you got ahead?
lights?
So what's the probabilities?
That they'll change.
Yeah. Can't see on the left, can we? If anybody's pressing, there's somebody near there actually that we didn't see. Going to be first gear, isn't it, this time? If we're further back, what gear could we select maybe?
Second.
sometimes then you'll come down here, they might ask you to pull up on the left on this main road here. And you'll see that on some of the mock tests on my YouTube channel. This particular test route, one with Rosie, if you want to check that out. There's quite a bit of dual carriageway driving on there, slip roads and bigger roundabouts. That's a hazard, isn't it? That van that could move out. Check the middle mirror as soon as we see that, because we're expecting it to pull out and snake into our lane a little bit, its front end. If that means we've got to brake, we want to know what the car's like behind, or if there even is one. Okay, so we'll look at lane discipline on this roundabout coming up. It's a little small one, but there is 2 lanes. We're going to go ahead, second exit. What are you going to check? Good. Perfect, really. So, the ones that you haven't kept good lane positioning, you haven't looked at the lanes or realised it's a 2-lane roundabout, then it must be the case. What do you think? Could we speed up a bit faster, do you think? What's the speed limit? 40. Yeah. How close are the cars behind? Mirrors for new road. So that can give you an indication as well sometimes. I mean, alright, they could be just wanting to speed, you know, but just putting all the clues together is what I mean. Yeah. A bit earlier checking their mirrors in the new road. We're going to go ahead, second exit. So again, looking at lane positioning. Great job with the early mirrors there, well done. Try third, brake more earlier. Try third on this roundabout, clutch up. That's it. How are we looking? Lovely.
Is it this?
Second exit, this is the first. Phenomenal. Right, Lauren, we're going to turn left at the next roundabout. First exit. So we'll be checking nice and early before we ease off. Well done. And what information should you be giving to confirm to the car behind which way we're going? Good. Just clutch control early. Nice one. Should never need to brake again in that situation, which you didn't. Well done. Mirror, Lauren, do we need to speed up faster?
Yeah.
Tootling along, weren't we, out of that roundabout? We were pulling out to a major road. What's your thoughts?
Just recognise what road you're going on,
Yeah.
what the speed limit is.
That's it, your driving environment. Keep thinking about it, or else you're going to be a hazard, aren't you, to other road users?
Yeah.
You're going to be an obstruction. So yeah, your initial judgment pulling out from the roundabout, fine, but then we caused a problem.
Yeah.
Okay, so this might be where you're finishing your driving test now and just coming off at the next exit. What marker should we look for to give a left signal?
300.
Okay, tell me as soon as you see it, and then use mirror signal manoeuvre to exit there, please. It is the next one, okay?
Yeah.
Tell me as soon as you see it, and then I'll be expecting you to act on it when it's appropriate, if you don't mind. You got it. Nice. Now, keep on your... You don't want to get too much below 50, that's all I'm thinking. Because we'll use the protection of the slip road to produce the bulk of this speed. Now, if you were finishing driving test, they'd ask you to go ahead, you see, for the testing station.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is second exit. Which lane on the sign there is ahead?
The left.
Sure?
Oh, no. The right.
Okay, good. Drop your gear early so we could potentially roll, and if these change we can keep rolling. Clutch back up, it might change if it does. If not, clutch back down first gear, no bother. Well, you would have been ready then had it changed. Now, we're going to go to lane 3. We see where that Ford Fiesta was, so across and landing across. So that grass patch there, for second exit over here, that grass patch over there will be next to me. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Because this left lane is left only where the lorry's going to go. So you'll be next to it all the way. You can choose either one of these 3 from this lane, and you wouldn't need a lane change as such. You'd just drive in early.
Yeah. Would you signal when you're about to turn?
Only signal to exit the roundabout. So go ahead.
Oh, going ahead.
Ahead, second exit. That's it.
So,
White paint next to me, and then going inwards. That's it. Left signal on. Left, not right. Stop in there. That's it. Looking early at the lights. You know, a lot of people do that. I think it's because it's kind of on your right, but it is ahead. Cool. And if you just pull up behind the car that's in the lay-by there, cheers. Okay, Lauren, how did you find all that?
it's alright.
Is there any parts of that that you feel would be a bit tricky, or does it all kind of make sense to you?
Yeah, I think it makes sense.
Fine. Fine. Good job with everything. Keep doing the good stuff with the mirrors. It's the planning that'll do it.
Yeah.
It's not that you don't know how to check the mirrors and when. So I should probably stop asking you, because I know you know. It's your planning on checking them in time, because if you thought process on the next thing, it's just going to get lost, backlogged in it. And so that's why I say, what do you see ahead? I'm looking way ahead, aren't I, when I'm saying that, like, you know. So that's the key really with most things we're driving. Right. So we're kind of done like the outro and the intro, or the intro and the outro to a driving test, and obviously the middle bit would be wherever you end up. It could be as far out as Bredsall, Chaddesden, Spondon, Borrowash, Ockbrook, Chellaston. Do you see what I mean? But we don't need to learn every single road, but around here there's some tricky bits and you catch a lot of people out. Now, next thing we're going to do is turn left, but for up and over the flyover. Okay.
Yep.
Have you ever been that way before? I know you haven't from this junction.
Yeah, I think.
Because I think we turned left, didn't we, last week for your mock test? Just a you know, straight left. But so what I'll do, if I feel that you need it, I'll give you some help with positioning and getting over to that lane 3 as early as possible. When you count lanes, it's always from left inward. So the left is normally lane. You know, if it's a motorway, 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. All right. So when you're ready, are they going behind us, are they? Or are they? They're discussing, aren't they? Okay. Lovely clutch control there. Again, like we said, like, shouldn't need to brake. Nice one. Just check your left mirror here, just in case something caught up around that bend and got in that space. So, turning left, so it's still signal left, looking early. Can we keep moving? Looking through the glass and round the back. Stop. Got to have that last look. Alright, you got it?
Yep.
Did have to take control there, because I don't think you'd have spotted that. I think you'd have just kept it rolling on. You okay?
Yep.
Yeah. So just drive straight now. As you drive forwards, get your tyres straight. Plenty of power. Start straightening up a bit. So you get across and established as soon as you can, really. Because if you kind of enter over here, something could have got in behind you and be speeding up into the space that you intend to move into. See what I mean? 30 all around here, unless specified otherwise. Do you see the sign? What's coming up?
The roundabout.
Yeah. Could you take the second exit right. Second exit. So mirrors. Keep your eye on your lane. First gear maybe. So what nearly happened there?
I must went in the middle.
Yeah. I'll ask you why in a bit. Now as we come round, you'll see a little line. Kind of peel outwards with that line as it suggests. Get your speed up, check in your mirrors, and away we come. Do note this speed limit though on this slip road. Get up to it, but don't exceed it, because it leads you onto quite a fast-paced road. Well, what could be a fast-paced road, but it's still 50. Do you see what I mean? You don't want you failing the test on the first couple of minutes because of that. It's just a silly thing potentially.
Yeah.
Nice. So just keep thinking about that speed till you reach these signs. What's the speed limit going to be? Updating your mirrors. Just keep updating. The information behind is as important as the information in front. That's better. So this could be the very start of your driving test, this one. Now instead of carrying on or turning left, we're just going to turn right and do a small loop. Back in another way that you might finish your driving test. So you can change lanes one to the right. That'd be perfect. And it's going to be the third exit. So what are you checking? Awesome. What gear could we potentially do this one in, do you think? Yeah, I reckon so. Let's try it. You can always drop a second. Clutch all the way up though. You can always pop it back down. Lovely.
Is it third exit?
It is, yeah. Just keep your speed up as you're coming off, or else this van will trickle into your space on your left, look. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Just have another check. Because they're quite eager to pull out there, you see. So we're going to go ahead at the roundabout, second exit. How many lanes?
2.
Yeah. Use the right, keep going. Just feed that clutch slowly up. Nothing to say that you can't use the right to go ahead. It's second exit, there's 1. Visualise your right lane and follow it. Mirrors again. And left. Before you come back to the left. If there's something already on the left, do you think your centre mirror would show it you? No. So there's an increased risk of you hitting something if you don't check it before you actually come back into that lane. Would you agree?
Yeah.
And the roundabout will go straight ahead. Note the speed limit for the new road. We've been going fast for some time now. How many lanes?
2.
Yeah. Now that roundabout where we nearly lost positioning earlier,
Yeah.
do you know how you nearly let that happen?
I think I wasn't looking at the floor.
Yeah, where were you looking mainly?
Straight ahead. I think, or to the right.
It looked like right to me.
Yeah.
You'll see better when you watch this footage back. But it looked like right. So, I mean, obviously, if you're not looking where you're going, you're not going to stay with your lane, are you? So it's a simple fix there. What are you going to do differently? Well, you have done on the last 2, 3. What did you do?
Just look more ahead.
Yeah, and I'd do it this combination. forward, right, forward, right. But don't forget that last look. Remember when I used the pedals earlier?
Yeah.
Why did I do that? What didn't you do?
Didn't look as I was going.
Yeah, you did look on approach.
Yeah.
But I call it that last confirmation glance, that last one. You're about 90% settled that you're going to go, but something could just come tearing round the roundabout. It's one of them, isn't it? Alright then, so you could be finishing your test, come back this way. So, we're going to go ahead at the roundabout, second exit. This road opens into 2 lanes, can you see it?
Yeah.
Take the right of the 2, checking centre and well done. Now, these 2 become another 2, so you have 4 altogether.
Okay.
Take lane 3, 1, 2, behind the convertible, yeah?
So straight ahead.
Straight ahead, so you follow this lane around the middle lane, yeah?
Yeah.
Don't forget you do. Look forward as much as you are right. Go now, as it's passing. See what I mean?
Yeah.
Keep looking though. Because what you've done is moved off there with no real thought of, I can go here, but what's coming after? Do I need to be a bit quicker? You've got to keep looking. And that's why I say get up to speed earlier with conviction, like you want to get up across the roundabout.
Yeah.
Turn right, second exit. So that's your first, seconds over there. Try and take a peek at the lights if you can before you go, because if they're on red and you speed up over the roundabout, you've got to bear that in mind. It's quite contradictory to what I just said, but they're all a little bit different. What just happened to the car in front?
Stall.
That's it. So don't edge forward anymore, as it could put them under extra pressure. Just try and keep still. They took off well, that's all. So how many lanes here, Lauren, on the roundabout?
2.
2, even though there's no paint in the middle, yeah?
Yeah.
So you're just following this left-hand lane round and you'll be where the AA car is. Good positioning, well done.
Good on.
Yep. Second, keeping that speed going. So what we checking then? Well done. And then we're thinking about the this road, yeah, which is, what did we say it was all round here unless specified otherwise? Yeah, and also the clues that you've got, these street lights, regular ones, yeah?
Yeah.
No signs on them?
No.
Okay. Keep following the road ahead. Focus on that curve so that you don't, if you focus on that line or that side, you'll steer that way and cut them up in that lane, and with loads of spare road space on the left.
Yeah.
So keep looking at curb, paint, curb, curb, paint, curb, paint, curb, paint. And that way you'll be able to better visualise yourself in the middle of them. So what we're using here, what system? Mirrors, signal. Did you identify the slip road?
Yeah.
What do you think about your timing with your mirrors and signal?
It's a bit late.
Why is it late though? Do you think? I agree. But why?
Looking like too much forward. I was really, well, I'm not really sure. I think I was just focusing on following the slip road instead of actually getting out of it.
Focus on all of it.
Yeah.
Do focus on the slip road, it's very good, because you want to know how much distance you've got. If it's busy, you might need to use it all. I feel like something's happened today that I've not mentioned and I've not brought back up. I feel like I've missed something. But if you remember, if something's happened and I've not addressed it, let me know. Could you change lanes one to the right? Keep your speed up. So that's like a last second one. I knew there was nothing around. Getting to the right hand lane as soon as it's available. What are you going to check first? Good to see you checking those door mirrors a bit more. What are you thinking here? Did they press it, do you think?
No.
Do you think they might press it and still walk? We're going to go ahead at the roundabout. Have you been this way before with me?
Acorn way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember the format on the roundabout? For a head.
This middle one.
That's it. And what does the middle one become? Look as you're telling me.
The left.
Yeah. Keep going. Oh, it was clear. Steer left a bit more so you're pointing directly middle lane, positioning the whole way so you're not straddling the other lane. I want you setting more revs when you're thinking about going, Lauren. I want you to press it like you're revving an engine. Yeah?
Yeah.
Check your left mirror as you come across, make sure nobody else is making a mistake. Now tell me what's on your mind right now.
Peace. Be in the middle.
Yeah. Also, I saw you look at something, so you must have been thinking about something else there. What was it? Mirror check for the new road.
See if anyone came in as well.
Yeah. Quite a nice clear patch on the other side of the road, so I'm even more likely to there.
Yeah. There's going to be times when you prioritise other things or you do forget, but I just want to make it pretty much a general part of your driving that's instilled into it. And then I appreciate, you know, there might be times when there's the odd time it's not checked for whatever reason, and that's I guess that's reasonable. We can't pretend that things are going to be perfect every single time, all the time, because that's not real life. That's not, is it? And define perfect anyway. It's only somebody's interpretation of something, isn't it? Or a group, or a body of people. And so, when we get to the end of the road, turn right, please. Third exit. I want you to tell me how many lanes are on the roundabout when you get close. Okay. Open or close? What gear's best then? Second. First gear now. Now you only want second if you're moving. Yeah.
So what should we have checked?
Mirrors.
Yeah. So what should you be thinking? What should you be check your centre mirror, your right mirror? Drop to second. Clutch back up. Last check. Just need to be on these things a little bit earlier there, you know. And that's why sometimes I'm saying stuff, but you do it just as I say it. But it's because I've been thinking about it for quite a while, waiting for it, and it's like, you need to be a little bit early with things. Take the next left, please. And I think
that's why sometimes, remember, you forget the gear, like first gear and stuff like that sometimes. I think that's kind of probably one of the reasons why. Could you pull up on the left at a safe place, please? First things, check in then. That's it. Well done, good. Done and dusted. Might check them again, don't get me wrong. Remember what we said. Anything that we need to tell forwards or backwards? Good. Do you need first gear to help you edge your pill? Have you finished rolling yet, or?
Will I have to reverse?
You shouldn't do. Okay.
Yeah.
I've got a feeling the tyre might have just hit the curb there. Did you feel something weird? The left tyre? So you look in this area quite a lot, but which way does the road bend in front of you?
To the right.
Yeah. You've kind of responded. You've got the steering wheel to the right. But I think it actually, look at that angle, it's heading towards Saunders Foot Way Road's street sign.
Yeah.
And the curb actually comes away from, so just get it on a bit earlier. Now, you know that roundabout where I said open or closed? I mean, that, did that make you start thinking I wanted you to do something different?
No.
Because it just seemed like you was a bit confused there. Is there anything I can help you with that?
No, I think I was just thinking about gears when you asked that.
So there's a possibility that with some things, with the instruction, it might be in the way. So let's do a little stint now where you can have a 5-10 minute section where you aren't really having so much help with these things. See how you get on, and we can kind of keep track of it and discuss it afterwards, because I feel like you know what you need to do, and you were demonstrating it today. Would you agree with that, with all the roundabouts and based on what we've got on here?
Yeah.
We'll drive on. Do 5 minutes. I just want to make sure I'm not confusing with too much instruction, you know. those watching, I'm trialling out a new speedometer, trying to get an overlay on the screen, so this is just purely an experiment today. Let us know in the comments if you think that would be a good thing to see the speed. Left at roundabout, please. Going well so far, Lauren. Keep up the good work. Got the roundabout coming up ahead. I'd love for you to go straight on there. Second exit. Fantastic. Well done. Do another block to 6 if you want. Check the mirrors freezing off, no mirror update for the whole. Okay, so could you go ahead here, second exit? Clutch all the way up. Always pop it back now. Gotta see that gap opening up and just let off the brake.
Is it a second?
Yeah. But you know when you're on the brake and it's rumbling a bit, don't put the clutch down, just ease back off the brake. The rumbling will sort itself out, the car will carry you on the roundabout. You've got to see the cars coming and think, yeah, but what's after them? What lane should you be in? Because I thought, well, maybe she's seen if she can overtake, you know, because they were only doing about 45 and it's a 50 limit.
Yeah. So I need to change back because if we're going.
Well, yeah, we do now, yeah. on. Yeah, keep focusing on it, of course, but you've got to be thinking about what should I be doing right here, right now, what will I be doing there when I get there, what's that, what's, you know. Or else the next thing you get undertaken, you failed your driving test. Yeah. But more than that, it's the risk, it's what you're causing, you know. So for every new road or new sort of layout as you follow the road through, you're thinking, what's around me? What do I need to do about this new situation, this new environment? Nice early mirrors there. Could you go ahead, second exit? Carry on in fifth. Just let it take you. So it appears over everything it's probably gears, which is the sticky bit really. Gearing down. So what we need to do is we need to look at a bend and predict what gear we'll use well before we even get there. That's probably the next thing, you know, if you're planning. So do you reckon fourth, because this is lights and grey, do you reckon fourth will be okay to follow it round? I do. Yeah. Just stay in fourth, don't even brake, just come off. Or else the lights will change on you. Traffic's moving off in front of us going. They've only just changed to green, I believe. So I'm going to give you help with that, shall I? I'll keep watching it. You know, you forget it. It's there. That's what I mean to help you. But really, it's deciding what we need to prioritise to help you with, like, which is why I eased off for a bit. Could you go ahead at the roundabout? Now, it's quite an open roundabout, so I'd look to approach in third personally, then consider dropping. Ahead. First gear. Second gear for if you're rolling, but then you've got to remember to drop to first. Second exit. So that's first, this is second. If you're coming to a new road and you're braking as soon as you come in, get in their mirrors early. Because a lot of people speed up without looking ahead and they won't expect you to brake. So we're going to go ahead here, second exit. Spot the merge yourself?
No.
When should you normally expect them?
Coming up like 2 day roundabouts.
There you go. So if you keep thinking, right, so here's the roundabout mirror signal, which actually you're doing very nicely. Timing lovely on the last one. That one and a couple that we've done recently. But then be moving on with your planning to what you know you'll probably be doing now. If it doesn't happen, great, but at least you'll know to look for it.
Yeah.
So if it isn't there, you'll know. And it won't be like, some will do, some won't. Because we'll be on it every time. These are a bit all over the place, aren't they, with this positioning and speed. Should we ease off and give them a bit more room? Because I'm not feeling that confident about their driving, to be honest. They're looking a lot at oncoming traffic. Look, they're worrying about oncoming traffic.
Yeah.
Do you know how I know? They're steering towards it, which tells me they're looking at it too much.
Yeah.
Just ease off and give them tons of room. Not anywhere near them. Nowhere near. Right, we're going to go ahead. Second exit. I'd use third over for this. Third open. Definitely not fourth though, you're in fourth. Clutch down third. No need to brake, just clutch down. Because you're going to come off the roundabout then in fourth, put your foot down, the car's going to go and not really it's not really going to do anything.
Yeah.
Also, fourth gear could push you faster than you need to go as you're trying to keep good lane positioning on the roundabout. So you just got to try and feel the car a bit more, I think, when you come off the gas. Try and feel what the engine's doing, what's it sounding like. Is it returning back to idle? Is idle pulling you faster than it should do? Well, that's the wrong gear then. Yeah. So let's turn, go straight ahead, second exit to the roundabout. Forward to third gear, no braking required. So it's a nice one to approach with, that is the gear change just on the approach, because when you bring the clutch back up before you get there, the engine braking helps a lot. Turn left at the roundabout. What do we need to do with our speed, Lauren? Is the lorry gaining? Job then, yeah? Alright then, let's continue to do so. Good stuff there. I'm glad that you rechecked. Worth it. Because what gear was it? Yeah. Definitely feel like you've made improvements today. How do you feel? Encourage you to just hurry up whilst you were steering. I like it that you pull out in front of the lorry though. Sorry, that's the wrong wording. We didn't pull out in front of the lorry. There was an opportunity to go. We had time. Do you want to practice this, see if you can do it? Mind you, you seemed alright with it. I don't want to blow it up into something big if you're fine with it. Some people just like to go over these things and make sure they know what's what. We'll just carry on up the road really. We'll focus more on your gears, your bends, your planning. And if you want to do any of the test bits again that I showed you today, well, watch the videos again. And then if anything comes up from that playlist, it's about 16 videos in it, let me know and we can do it again. Speed limit is 50 though, Lauren. Now I might have distracted you from seeing that as we come through there. So there's a slip road on the left. So what do you need to check? Anything else coming down?
Yeah.
Fair enough. For bends and gears, just keep following your lane ahead. What should I do with our following distance?
Make it bigger.
Please do. What's the minimum following distance that we should have between us and another vehicle?
In seconds.
In seconds, yeah.
Is it 2?
It is. And how would you know that you've got to? Just ease up, because I think we're going faster than the car in front. If we're going faster than the car in front, what'll happen to our gap?
It'll close up.
It will. Ease off, things got that one braking, rather than us braking later on. So we've got to go one step ahead of these. Alright, so you've eased off, you're in 6th, haven't you? Pop to 5th. Clutch back up, back on power. Don't let it drop. Clutch back up, straight back down on the gas before it fizzles down as it's uphill. More power, more power, more power. Much, much more power. It was either going to be there or here, but because we eased off there, it was there.
Yeah.
And 5th gear now should be good for carrying you around here, to be honest. Keep popping it back left, that's it. I wouldn't have gone for that gear change there fourth. Don't bother with it.
Okay.
Stay in the gear in until you need the next gear for the bend. Because you can use that momentum back there, can't you?
Yeah.
Turn left. Left signal. Follow it ahead. This is a left turn.
Yeah.
Just for anybody watching who don't know, just explain why that's a left turn there. Because it looked like straight on, didn't it? To those who might not know.
Yeah. The road markings.
Yeah.
There was a giveaway line. So, and the middle paint was curved round.
You've got it.
So there'd be a left turn.
Yeah. So that was what we'd call a junction on a bend, really. So we can do some more gear and gear work, speeds. Earlier with your mirrors, you must be planning earlier, and to get them mirrors early, you must be thinking about things sooner. So we'll try and plan and predict. Same here, you know, same kind of thing really, but with the gears and speed for bends. Tell me when you see a considerable bend, and then we'll discuss it. But if you already know what gear, well, just tell me really. Yeah, so reasonable bend coming up, we've got the triangle. But you're in fourth, aren't you, at the minute?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think fourth will probably be out, I mean, looking at it, if we ease off, you know where that's had to brake, that's because it's been on the gas too long, just easing off. Now feed the power back in 2%, 3%, 4%, 5%, hold 5%, 6%, now then we can see 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, speeding up then basically out the bend, yeah, when you can see the road ahead. Tell me when you see the next one. Okay, so braking, then we're going to need loads of brake. I reckon third for our sharp. This is brake, 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 only then go for the gear. Still okay to be fair, it's just how we get it really smooth. If we do all the braking, then just gear match at the end to the speed that we've achieved from the braking. But yeah, fine, all good. So do you get the idea of it? You got to spot it, to have a think about it, and then to know, when you've been driving a while, you kind of just do it. But at the beginning, it's obviously that isn't going to happen. Look at the bush as well as the car. I'm just saying that because I just felt a few bristles touching the paintwork. Sorry, right. Turn right. Because we'll do some more country stuff and bends and gears. jagged crossroads, can you see?
Yeah.
Note at crossroads like that, the probability is they're all coming kind of straight on.
Yeah.
The grey might have come our way as well, might it?
Yeah.
And I see a lot of people there just because they're acting from the subconscious mind when they're looking. Start to pull out and they think, oh, actually, they're not turning where everybody else turns, they're coming straight on.
Yeah.
Anybody local will know what I mean there. It's near the King's Corner. Classed as Oakwood, isn't it? I'm not sure. Oh, yeah. Right, so what can you see? And I think fourth will be too high. Third gear. Clutch up and gently. That's it. We can build the speed up back up using third, back to fourth, looking ahead. We might be back in third for that bend, but we use fourth for this straight bit, so we're going faster than what third gear would like. Ease off, let's have a feel. Can we see, is it wide? You don't need to drop it, do we? Can we get back on the gas? 2%, 3%, 4%, and so on. But there's something else coming up in front now, haven't we? Yeah. And the road's narrowing. Let's ease off, check the middle mirror. Let's have a feel. Do we need to go third? Just start feeding it back in fourth, I would. Same again here, we're considering it again here. Yeah, downhill. So third gear, clutch up, clutch all the way back up. Just keeping a grip on them brakes, not to speed up, because do you see what's coming up ahead again? What we got? Another bend, yeah?
Yeah.
And I'd go second gear now, braking at the same time, clutch gently up. A bit more brake, don't be too fast because it's really tight. So we've got give way lines, anything ahead to give way to? Notice with them bends everything was took care of before, all the thinking bit was done.
Yeah.
Because we'd spotted them and processed them, brought it into the conscious mind. So we're going to turn left at the end. Left turn, please. Have you ever used it before?
Yeah.
When it's safe and you feel in control, hold the wheel with probably the strongest hand and then just pull down with the other one if you need it, if you feel it's... Yeah. So I'd just keep wide here, probably drop from third, I don't think. Though I might have been in fourth originally, dropped to third.
Yeah.
On the other road, you know. On the straight bit before the bend, that's what I mean. So we can go fourth here. Keeping left for a little if you're around the right bend. Bit of a bend coming up. Do we need a gear change for this, do you think? Do we need a gear change for that, do you think? Information about more bends coming up. Look on the left, can you see it?
Yeah.
If they are that sharp, literally, we'll definitely need something for that, won't we?
Yeah.
Now let's have a look at it. Oh, it's downhill as well. The lanes are really wide, aren't they, though?
Yeah.
And it's downhill, which assists really. The car kind of builds back up to the speed quite easily. But do you see though there, if we sort of use the last sort of 12 minutes or so of the lesson to try and incorporate it yourself a little bit, do you feel? Do you feel like you've got a better understanding, or do you want me to carry on for a bit longer?
I think I might be okay.
Alright, I'll leave you with it. Come round. Just worth checking the left mirror there before you do steer. I hadn't got time to say it though, and I didn't want... I don't know, what was you going to do? Was you going to go round?
Yeah.
Without me saying? Great stuff. And they've got the big chevron arrows, but the same applies on these roads, yeah?
Yeah. If there's a parked car and you have to kind of stop, think about the gear really. Maybe just one drop, clutch up, buys enough time. What can you see? We're going to go straight on, second exit. Third gear, clutch up as you keep rolling. Don't brake anymore, that's your... Same with the approach, yeah? It's our approach gear. It's we'll use it as like a utility gear to help us look, but still be under control while we look. Yeah.
Because you're never going to use fourth anyway at the roundabout, are you? Really? So you're going to drop it. You're going to have to change it anyway. That's one where we could do that literally till we blew in the face, you know, the mirror thing. And I think it gets to a point where as long as I know that you know,
yeah,
and you know what you need to do to keep yourself safe, you could spend 20 hours getting somebody to remember every single one. So I think there has to be a sort of time when we say, look, work on it, let's keep our eye on it. It gets in the way if you keep, I don't know. I know what I mean. We'll go straight on at the roundabout. What gear are you going to match your current speed to now then? Nice one. Straight ahead at the roundabout, second exit.
it anyway, did we? And we didn't go around the roundabout. No, we'll do that next time, but I think we've done it before, haven't we? Where we've missed the exit and gone round again. But yeah, we'll do it again, like meaning to do it and stuff from, you know, change lanes late and when it's busy traffic, queuing up traffic and things.
Yeah.
So how do you feel today's gone?
More like checking my mirrors like at the right time than I was.
Yeah,
when I did
definitely.
my work plans.
Definitely.
Going.
Please, yeah. Great. Let's do it right, that's it. Okay. So do you feel that you've achieved what you set out to do today with those things? I mean, we had a little list, didn't we, at the beginning, really, which was our kind of goal today. What would you say if you could prioritise anything for next session to improve? What would it be?
Probably gear matching, maybe.
Yeah.
Around like bends and stuff.
Okay. Fine. So we can look to prioritise that.
Yeah, and at roundabouts, I think it's when you have to like decide
Yeah.
when or like what gear to go into. I
Yeah.
think that's what I need to work on.
Because what gears is probable?
Third.
Third or second or first? When are we more likely to use third on approach?
If it's really open.
Yeah. And actually, have you noticed, same on these country roads that have been on the way back just, when the lanes are wider, that allows for a higher speed as well. So therefore can allow for a higher gear if that's the case.
Mm.
And visibility. You see what I mean? So it's just putting all those together and making the assessment. Yeah, is there anything that you're not sure of at the end of today's session that you want to go over again, or and have you got any ideas for next lesson, as well as obviously we're going to work on gears and everything that we've done today. Let's practice getting wrong right, going roundabout and changing lanes late and things. See how that goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, have you got any plans for next lesson? Anything you'd like to do? Anything you feel we've not done?
I don't think so. I think just like practicing getting it wrong.
Yeah. Have you been, I'll tell you a good place for that, Derby City Centre. Have you done any town driving yet? Have you done any?
No.
Might be good to do a bit of that, you know. I'll show you around there. We can go around the car parks if you want. You
Yeah.
ever, so you can experience getting a ticket, parking up, getting it out, getting the barrier up, going through all that, for the first time maybe. But also, some car parks you go round and round and round and round. You can have a go at doing that with me if you want while we're together, and then it's not going to be a thing when you do it for the first time by yourself. It does look quite tight. It's
Yeah.
not as tight as you think. You don't have to do these, but these are additional things that when you do pass it will help you. Also, there's the turning. Have we done a turn in the road? 3-point turn. We did, didn't we?
Yeah.
So yeah. So we can incorporate that with the town as well. We do one-way systems, bus lanes, and just make sure all that's kind of ticked off, as well as all the different gear changing that we'll need to do there and forward plans. So it'd be good actually, I think, and hopefully drop in on the test centre again as well. If you want to familiarise yourself with what we've done, routes, we've got a playlist.
don't forget. And same goes for anybody watching. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and consider subscribing to the channel for weekly related content. Thanks, Lauren, for letting us record the video, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video.